What if I told you that somewhere inside your body right now, there are cells so powerful, so extraordinary that scientists have literally called them the body's built-in repair system? And what if I told you that most people over the age of 35 are unknowingly killing these cells every single day without even realizing it? Today, I'm going to show you how to wake them back up, how to get them working for you again, and how that same process done for just one single day can also start melting the stubborn fat that diet and exercise alone haven't been able to touch. I'm Dr. Sophia Bennett, and if you've never heard of stem cell regeneration in the context of everyday health, you are going to want to stay with me until the very end of this video, because what I'm about to share with you changed how I look at the human body entirely. Let's start with the basics, because I want you to really understand what we're talking about here. Stem cells are not some futuristic medical concept that only exists in laboratories. They live inside you right now. They're in your bone marrow, in your fat tissue, in your blood, and in almost every organ in your body. Their entire job is to find damaged tissue and fix it. Think of them like a construction crew that's always on call. Whenever something breaks down, whether it's a muscle fiber, a joint, a blood vessel, or even neurological tissue, these cells are supposed to show up and rebuild. The problem is that as we get older, and especially as we adopt certain modern lifestyle habits, that construction crew starts showing up late, or in some cases, they stop showing up at all. By the time most people reach their 40s and 50s, their stem cell activity has dropped dramatically compared to when they were younger. Studies have shown that stem cell production and mobilization can decline by as much as 50 to 70% as we age. And this decline doesn't just mean slower recovery from injuries. It means your metabolism slows down. It means inflammation becomes chronic. It means that fat, especially the visceral fat sitting around your organs and the stubborn fat on your belly, hips, and thighs, becomes incredibly resistant to everything you try. Because here's something most fitness channels will never tell you. Stubborn fat isn't just a calorie problem. It's a cellular problem. It's an inflammation problem. And until you address what's happening at that deeper biological level, you are going to keep running on that hamster wheel of diets and workouts that don't give you the results you deserve. So, what actually regenerates stem cells? What turns that construction crew back on? The answer is something I call metabolic switching, and it's far simpler than you might expect. Metabolic switching is what happens when your body is forced to shift from burning glucose as its primary fuel source to burning fat. And the most powerful, most researched, and most accessible way to trigger this switch is through a properly structured period of fasting combined with specific movement and very targeted nutritional strategies. Now, before you click away thinking this is just another fasting video, hear me out, because what I'm about to walk you through is specifically designed for stem cell regeneration, not just weight loss. The two are connected, but the protocol is very different from what you've probably seen before. Here's what happens inside your body when you do this correctly. When your glucose levels drop and your glycogen stores become depleted, your body enters a state that researchers call autophagy. Autophagy is essentially your body's cellular cleaning process. It breaks down old, damaged, and dysfunctional cells and recycles their components. Think of it as your body doing a deep clean of every room in the house. And here's the critical part that most people miss. After autophagy clears out all that cellular debris, your body responds by ramping up stem cell production. It's like after the cleanup crew comes through, the construction crew finally has room to work. This is why people who do this protocol correctly often report not just losing fat, but feeling dramatically better, having more energy, thinking more clearly, and experiencing less pain in their joints and muscles because actual cellular repair and regeneration is happening. Now, let me walk you through what one strategic day actually looks like, because I want you to try this. Just one day. That's all I'm asking. One day done correctly is enough to trigger autophagy, initiate stem cell mobilization, and begin the metabolic shift that makes stubborn fat accessible as fuel. And if one day feels this good, most people naturally want to continue. You're going to start the night before. The last meal of your day should be finished, no later than 7 p.m. I want you to keep this meal high in healthy fats and protein and very low in refined carbohydrates. Think something like grilled salmon with olive oil and roasted vegetables, or eggs cooked in coconut oil with avocado. The reason for this is that you want to give your body the best possible chance to deplete glycogen overnight, so that by the time you wake up, you're already several hours into that metabolic shift. Before you go to sleep, drink a large glass of water with a small pinch of sea salt and a squeeze of lemon. This sounds simple, but the minerals in that salt help maintain electrolyte balance overnight and prepare your cells for what's coming. When you wake up the next morning, do not eat. I know that goes against a lot of what you may have heard about breakfast, but bear with me. Instead of eating, I want you to drink 16 to 20 ounces of clean water first thing. Then, about 30 minutes after waking, you're going to do what I call a fasted activation walk. This is not a run. This is not an intense workout. This is a 20 to 30-minute walk at a comfortable conversational pace, ideally outside in natural light. The reason this works so powerfully is that low-intensity movement in a fasted state dramatically increases the mobilization of stem cells from your bone marrow into your bloodstream. Multiple studies have confirmed this. Even a single session of moderate aerobic exercise in a fasted state can increase circulating stem cell counts by up to 200%. You're not just burning a few extra calories on that walk. You are literally flooding your bloodstream with your body's own repair cells. After your walk, give yourself some time to settle. And then I want you to consume what I call the regeneration drink. This is not a supplement I'm selling you. This is something you can make at home right now. Take 12 ounces of warm water. Add the juice of half a lemon, 1 teaspoon of raw apple cider vinegar, half a teaspoon of ground ginger, and if you can find it, a small amount of lion's mane mushroom powder. The lemon and apple cider vinegar help maintain the slightly acidic internal environment that supports autophagy. The ginger is a powerful anti-inflammatory that also supports stem cell signaling. And lion's mane, which has been studied extensively in recent years, has been shown to support neurological stem cell growth, specifically. You can add a small amount of raw honey if the taste is too sharp for you. Sip this slowly over 20 minutes. From here, your goal for the rest of the morning is to stay lightly active, stay hydrated, and stay calm. Stress hormones, specifically elevated cortisol, are one of the most powerful inhibitors of stem cell activity there is. This is why people who are chronically stressed age faster, heal slower, and hold on to stubborn fat more aggressively. On your one-day protocol, I want you to be intentional about protecting your nervous system. Take short walks. Do 10 minutes of deep breathing or light stretching. Avoid checking stressful emails first thing. Your body is doing something extraordinary right now, and it deserves the right environment to do it. You're going to break your fast around noon or 1 p.m., which means you've gone approximately 16 to 18 hours without eating if you finish dinner by 7 p.m. the night before. And here's where most people make a critical mistake. They break the fast with sugar, with processed food, or with a huge meal that spikes their insulin and immediately shuts down the regenerative processes that have been building all morning. Don't do that. Break your fast with something gentle and strategic. A small bowl of bone broth is ideal because it is rich in collagen and glycine, both of which directly support stem cell environments in connective tissue. Follow that 20 minutes later with a whole food meal that centers around quality protein, healthy fats, and fiber-rich vegetables. Pasture-raised eggs, wild-caught fish, grass-fed meat, dark leafy greens, broccoli, olive oil. These are your allies. In the afternoon around 3 or 4 p.m., I want you to do a second, slightly more challenging movement session. This time, incorporate some resistance. Bodyweight squats, push-ups, lunges, or lightweight training for 20 to 30 minutes. Resistance training triggers a different but equally powerful stem cell response, particularly in muscle and bone tissue. The combination of the fasted morning walk and the afternoon resistance session creates what researchers call a biphasic stem cell surge, where you get 2 separate waves of stem cell mobilization in a single day. This is the strategy that makes a single day actually matter biologically. Your second and final meal of the day should come around 6 o'clock to 7 p.m., keeping that feeding window between 6 o'clock and 8 hours total. Again, center it around protein and healthy fats. Keep the refined carbohydrates low, and make sure you finish eating before 7:30 p.m. at the very latest so you can begin that overnight fasting window again. If you want to extend this protocol into a second or third day, you'll find that each successive day becomes easier, and the effects compound in remarkable ways. Now, I want to talk briefly about the fat loss side of this because I know a lot of you came here for that and I don't want to gloss over it. The stubborn fat that most people struggle with, that lower belly, those love handles, the fat around the hips, is primarily driven by a hormone called insulin and by a condition called insulin resistance. When your cells become resistant to insulin, your body compensates by producing more of it. And high insulin levels essentially lock fat inside fat cells and prevent it from being released as fuel. The fasting component of today's protocol directly and aggressively lowers insulin levels. As insulin drops, those locked fat cells finally open up. The morning fasted walk ensures that your body is using that released fat as fuel rather than storing it again. And the anti-inflammatory foods and drinks throughout the day reduce the cellular inflammation that was making your fat cells resistant in the first place. This is why people who follow this protocol consistently report losing fat in the exact areas that were previously impossible to budge, because you're solving the actual problem, not just chasing symptoms. One more thing I want you to understand before I wrap up today. This is not about perfection. This is not about suffering. I'm not asking you to starve yourself or run a marathon. I'm asking you to try one strategically structured day that works with your biology instead of against it. Your body already knows how to regenerate. Your body already knows how to burn fat efficiently. It was literally designed to do both of these things. What most of us have done is stack habits, foods, and lifestyle patterns on top of that natural design that are slowly smothering it. Removing those obstacles, even for just one day, allows that innate intelligence to come back online. If you try this and you want to share your experience, please drop it in the comments below. I read every single one, and I genuinely want to know how this affected you, even after just 24 hours. And if you know someone who's been struggling with energy, with stubborn fat, with slow recovery, or with the general feeling that their body just isn't responding the way it used to, please share this video with them because this information deserves to reach people who need it. I'll see you in the next.